The footage of King Harris and T.I. going after 50 Cent has set the internet on fire this week. The Harris family has launched what might be the most coordinated father-son attack on one rapper in recent hip-hop history, and 50 Cent is right in the middle of it. So let's get into how this all started, what was said, what was done, and how it reached the point where the whole internet, including actual police departments, had to weigh in on the chaos. To understand why footage of King Harris going at 50 Cent went viral, you have to go back to the beginning. And the beginning here is a Verzuz battle. A Verzuz battle that, depending on who you ask, was either agreed upon or was never real. T.I. initially suggested on $1 Million worth of game that the two had agreed on a Verzuz battle, with the idea being that Tip would reveal the news. He claimed that 50 went back on the plan, playing dumb when T.I. shared the news. When Swizz Beatz and Timbaland created Verzuz in 2020, it was born out of pandemic-era energy. They turned Instagram Live into a digital cookout where legends could go hit for hit. The matchup between 50 Cent and T.I. on paper was one of the biggest potential Verzuz events imaginable. 50 Cent is the blueprint for turning rap into a media empire. Classic albums, undeniable singles, plus the whole movie and TV lane. T.I. is one of the pillars of 2000s Southern rap, a key voice in trap's mainstream rise, and he built his own lanes too: music, business, acting. On 50 Cent's 45th birthday, T.I. posted an Instagram video challenging Fif to a Verzuz-style battle. Tip was active in the conversation publicly, pushing the ATL versus NYC energy. And what did 50 do? 50 didn't accept. He joked that somebody must have passed T.I. the weed they gave Smokey and Friday, making it clear he was treating the challenge like comedy. At the BMF premiere event, Tip called 50 out on stage and tried to pressure him into doing it for the people. On February 6, 2026, T.I. went on Nightcap Live with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco and said he wanted 50 for Verzuz and that 50 don't want no smoke. During a podcast appearance, T.I. accused Fif of backing out of a Verzuz battle that they'd both agreed to. He claimed that as a result, he'd lost all respect for the G-Unit boss. He said, "I said, what you think about this?" He was like, "You want to do that?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, cool." I told him, "I'ma jump out there first and then you just go jump out there and we'll line it up." When I jumped out, that man acted like he ain't know what was going on. That right there was the match that lit the fire. T.I. felt disrespected. He felt that 50 Cent had agreed behind closed doors and then denied it publicly. 50 responded online by referring to T.I. as King Rat. That same day, he posted an image of Tiny Harris with the caption, "I keep saying keep my name out your mouth, okay?" The beef had now become personal. After T.I. told the world that 50 Cent had backed out of the Verzuz, 50 didn't just respond to T.I., he went after T.I.'s family. And that decision changed the entire trajectory of this beef. On February 22nd, T.I. previewed War with lines like, "Oh, you want war? Aight, we on that. Don't poke him, he'll get on that. You been ducking smoke, now you want a joke?" But the real escalation wasn't the music, it was what 50 Cent posted on Instagram. 50 Cent shared a controversial photo of T.I.'s wife, Tiny Harris. The photo was an unflattering image of Tiny performing, and 50 captioned the post, "I keep saying keep my name out your mouth, okay?" Posting someone's wife in a beef between two men. That's a line. Fif took to Instagram to take several more shots at the trap pioneer and his loved ones. He did so while promoting the 2026 Broadway revival of August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. Opening night, April 25th, he captioned the post. "No rappers, no bad BBLs, no little fucked up albino kids, just sold out Broadway." That post was interpreted by many as a direct shot at T.I.'s children. The phrase albino kids was seen as a reference to King Harris and his siblings. 50 followed it up with a meme featuring photos of Tiny and her son, King Harris, with the caption, "God don't like ugly." It was now directly targeting King Harris by name and by image. 50 Cent had posted a meme mocking King Harris and Tiny together, and had made comments that many took as targeting T.I.'s children. He had gone from rapper versus rapper to rapper versus family. The internet was already on fire. People were picking sides. But the real moment that made this thing explode hadn't happened yet. That moment came when King Harris opened his mouth and recorded a video that would get millions of views in a matter of hours. King Harris entered the ongoing feud between his father and 50 Cent on February 22nd with a fiery selfie-style video that quickly went viral. In the clip, King fires back at 50 Cent after the rapper posted the unflattering photo of Tiny Harris, directly invoking 50 Cent's deceased mother, Sabrina Jackson, and demanding he post a photo of her grave instead. The video amassed over 7 million views on X within hours of being posted. In the video, King didn't use metaphors. He didn't use wordplay. He went straight at 50 Cent's most personal wound. King repeatedly invoked 50 Cent's mother, Sabrina Jackson, who passed away in 1983, When 50 Cent was just 8 years old, he told 50 to post a picture of his own mother's grave. King said in the video, "Stop playing with my mama." He repeated it multiple times, and he made it clear that any disrespect toward Tiny Harris would be met with whatever he felt was equivalent. King Harris posted still images to his Instagram stories that included a photograph of a headstone bearing the Jackson family name. It was captioned with a direct taunt aimed at 50 Cent. The combination of the rant and the grave images made the moment one of the most discussed this week. Now, King Harris is 21 years old. The 21-year-old has been trolling the mogul on social media in recent days and isn't holding back in the slightest. He went from defending his mother in a rant video to a full-scale social media campaign against 50 Cent. Borrowing a page from Fifth's book, King focused his energies on relentless Instagram trolling. One of his posts targeted 50 Cent's son directly. In one post dated February 23, King included an image of Fifth with his younger son on his lap. "You think you raising a man having him sit in your lap as a teenager? That's a hoe, sir," King wrote, adding, "This not AI." In a longer post, King cited several figures who have publicly clashed with 50 Cent over the years, including Diddy, Rick Ross, Ashanti, and Vivica A. Fox. He wrote, "The list of people he's disrespected over the years is endless. He came into the game creating unnecessary controversy. And damn near 30 years later, he's still the same attention whore." On his Instagram account, King shared a post of a gravesite featuring 50 Cent's mother and grandmother's names, a video of the rapper in court in a case where he stood accused of trampling and assaulting 3 women, and a photo of one of the rapper's sons on his lap. King Harris also brought up 50 Cent's domestic violence history. He brought up his 2000 shooting, called him out for dissing Lil' Kim after trying to date her, accused him of getting outsold and embarrassed by Kanye West, and much more. The reactions online were split down the middle. A significant portion of viewers defended King Harris without hesitation, arguing that 50 Cent opened the door by posting Tiny, and that a man defends his mother by any means necessary. But critics pushed back just as hard, with many arguing that invoking and visually referencing a deceased parent's gravesite crosses a line that cannot be justified regardless of what 50 posted. And several commenters noted that targeting 50 Cent specifically, a man who lost his mother at 8 years old and has spoken openly about that trauma, was a particularly volatile choice. After the viral videos and the Instagram posts, the Harris family went from social media to the studio. Both T.I. and King Harris dropped diss tracks aimed directly at 50 Cent, and together, they represented a coordinated musical assault that made this beef impossible to ignore. On February 24th, King took various shots at Fifth in a new song, Made Man. He called out the mogul for dissing his mother, making it clear that he's unwilling to tolerate any disrespect. The track was released on streaming platforms as well as with a music video snippet on social media. The lyrics reflect frustration more than spectacle. As a result, the song is positioned as a defense of family. King Harris, who also goes by the rap name Kid Cyan, used the track to make it clear to 50 Cent that the Harris family wasn't going to let the disrespect slide. This wasn't King Harris trying to distance himself from his father's beef. This was King Harris running directly toward it. Meanwhile, T.I. has also entered the fray with his own recordings. In recent days, he released 2 tracks, War and Right One, that take aim at 50 Cent. T.I.'s Right One went further than King's Made Man in some ways, because it hit 50 Cent on a personal level that involved 50's own family and past relationships. T.I. also responded to 50 with a new diss track titled The Right One, in which he mentioned 50's ex Daphne Joy's past relationship with Diddy. So now you had a father and a son both dropping diss tracks aimed at the same man within the same week. That's coordination. That's the Harris family treating this like a war on 2 fronts. King Harris was handling the social media side, posting pictures, making videos, trolling 50's son and dropping Made Man. T.I. was handling the music side, dropping War and Right One, while also promoting his upcoming album, Kill the King. T.I. disses 50 Cent while continuing to build momentum for his forthcoming album, Kill the King, rumored to be one of his final projects. He previously released the lead single, Let 'Em Know, produced by Pharrell. The beef was serving a dual purpose for Tip. It was personal, but it was also business. And 50 Cent? Meanwhile, 50 Cent appeared unfazed and unbothered by all the drama, while replying to King Harris only with a laughing emoji and a meme. That's the 50 Cent playbook. He doesn't scream, he doesn't panic. He responds with a laughing emoji and a Pepe the Frog meme and keeps scrolling. But while 50 appeared unbothered on the surface, there was one detail that suggested the attacks were having an effect. While 50 had initially taken more digs at Tiny and responded to King on his socials, the posts have since been deleted from his Instagram. That's significant. 50 Cent is not known for deleting posts. He is known for leaving them up, letting the internet burn, and watching people react. But this time, posts came down. Whether that was his decision or his legal team's decision or some other factor, it was a departure from his normal behavior. 50 Cent told fans he's looking ahead to a slow news day amid his continued back and forth. That comment, whether serious or not, showed that 50 was at least aware that the Harris family was making noise. And when you consider that 50 Cent is a man who has feuded with Ja Rule, Rick Ross, Diddy, Game, Floyd Mayweather, and half the music industry, the fact that a 21-year-old was getting under his skin enough to warrant meme responses was notable. King Harris's feud with 50 marks the mogul's second with a rapper's son, following his 2026 feud with Diddy's son, Christian King Combs. So 50 Cent was now beefing with two kings, King Harris and King Combs, in the same year. That's a pattern, and it's one that the internet noticed immediately. If you thought this beef was going to stay confined to Instagram stories and diss tracks, you were wrong. It got so big that an actual police department had to get involved, not to arrest anyone, not to investigate anything, but to tell people to stop calling them about it. The city of South Fulton Police Department drew laughs online after posting a tongue-in-cheek message about the ongoing lyrical dispute between T.I. and 50 Cent. The department's Facebook post said the matter falls outside of our investigative jurisdiction and added, "No units dispatched for vocabulary disputes," in a clear attempt to inject humor into the viral hip-hop exchange. The post quickly gained traction across social media. That's how big this got. People were calling the police over a rap beef. Not because anyone was in danger, but because the internet couldn't tell where the lines were anymore. Between King Harris posting gravesite photos, 50 Cent posting mocking images of a man's wife and children, and both T.I. and King dropping diss tracks in the same week, the chaos was consuming everything. The South Fulton Police Department's post was itself a reflection of how the beef had jumped from hip-hop culture into the mainstream. This wasn't just on the Shade Room or on hip-hop blogs. This was on local news. This was on police department social media pages. This was everywhere. And through all of this, one person stayed quiet. Tiny Harris. Tiny Harris has not publicly commented on the feud involving her husband and her son. The person whose photo was posted by 50 Cent, whose honor was defended by King Harris in that rant video, has said nothing publicly. Whether she's letting her husband and son handle it, or whether she's chosen not to engage, her silence has been noted by many. While King Harris was posting videos and grave images, T.I. took a notably different approach. The rapper posted a video of a calm family dinner, appearing entirely unbothered by the escalating chaos playing out on social media around him. Whether that was a deliberate statement or simply T.I. choosing to let his son handle his own business, the contrast between father and son's responses was not lost on observers. That contrast tells you something about the dynamic here. T.I. was handling the beef through music, dropping War and Right One, and using the feud to promote his Kill the King album. King Harris was handling the beef through raw emotion, posting rants, visiting grave sites, dropping Made Man, and going at 50's son and family on Instagram. And T.I. was also posting a calm dinner video, sending the message that whatever happens online, the Harris family is stable. They're eating dinner together, they're fine. The long-running tension between 50 Cent and T.I. has taken on a generational dimension. This is no longer just about two rappers from the 2000s who competed for chart positions and had tension behind the scenes. This is about the next generation getting involved. King Harris wasn't even born when 50 Cent and T.I. first had issues, and now he's at the center of the most viral moment in their entire rivalry. T.I., for his part, has largely kept his focus on music. He has previewed tracks titled War and The Right One. Meanwhile, the broader rivalry between the two veteran artists continues to surface in waves. Now it is complicated by the involvement of family members who have grown up in its shadow. The original tension between 50 and T.I. goes back to 2007. In 2007, while T.I. was performing with Jay-Z and Kanye West at Screamfest 2007, 50 would pull a Lil Mama, jumping on stage and crashing the set. And then there were the snitch accusations, when T.I. got caught with a bunch of machine guns by federal agents and only received 1 year in prison. It raised eyebrows, including those of 50 Cent. The G-Unit leader hinted that T.I. may have snitched, even referencing the scenario on You So Tough. So this rivalry has roots going back nearly 2 decades. But it took a 21-year-old to make it the biggest story in hip-hop in 2026. King Harris didn't start this beef. T.I. didn't start this beef by himself. It was the combination of T.I.'s podcast comments, 50 Cent's decision to post Tiny, and King Harris's decision to respond with everything he had that turned this into the story it became. Predictions about 50 Cent's inevitable response were among the most shared reactions, with most users widely agreeing that whatever comes next is going to be significant. As of right now, this beef is still active. 50 Cent is still posting. T.I. is still promoting his album. King Harris is still going at 50 on social media. Whether this ends in a Verzuz battle, another diss track, or an unexpected truce remains uncertain. But one thing is undeniable. The 50 Cent and T.I. ongoing beef is far from over. And the footage of King Harris going at 50 Cent, the rant, the gravesite photos, the Made Man diss track, the Instagram trolling, that footage is not going anywhere. The video amassed over 7 million views on X within hours. Those numbers are still climbing. And every time someone new discovers the clip of King Harris telling 50 Cent what he told him about his mother, those numbers will keep going up. The real question now is, how does 50 Cent respond? Because 50 Cent always responds. He responded to Ja Rule for years. He responded to Rick Ross. He responded to Diddy. He responded to Game. He doesn't let things go. And the fact that he deleted some posts suggests that maybe, just maybe, King Harris touched a nerve that most people aren't able to touch. When you talk about a man's mother who died when he was 8 years old, that's not a regular beef topic. That's something else entirely. Whether King Harris crossed a line or whether 50 Cent crossed the line first by posting Tiny, that's something the internet will debate for weeks and months. But the footage is out there. The diss tracks are out there. The gravesite photos are out there. And this story between King Harris, T.I., and 50 Cent isn't done. Not even close.